You see a slightly stooped old man with a full gray beard and a lion's mane of gray hair. He wears a couple of shoulder guards as armor, and he keeps a helmet nearby. He smokes a pipe and carries a pouch of tobacco around his waist. He looks pretty strong, but he's a little plump and also appears to have some sort of breathing trouble. Well now, aren't you a sight, lad? Never have I seen so many scars blanketing a fella, like a scar cloak you're wearing. Where you been? Hanging out in a grain thresher? Oh, I'm just jesting with you, lad. No offense meant, and I hope no offense taken. I'm Eb. He extends his hand. Greetings, Eb. His handshake is firm. Now, I hereby tender my apologies for the unfair jesting, lad. Hope no hard feelings. Can I buy you a tankard or two of something to smooth any ruffled feathers? Why not? That's the spirit, lad. Bide a moment. He rises to his feet and heads to the bar. After a moment, he returns to his seat with a pair of tankards. There you go, lad. Drink up. He takes a massive swallow from his own tankard, puffs on his pipe, and says, What can old Eb do it for you on this fine sigil day? I had some questions about this place. Oh, well, I gathered that just to look at you. I mean, you don't look like you're from around these parts, lad. You look a little too out of sorts to be a seasoned native. So, what can I help you with, lad? You need to know the lay of the land? What is this? Yes, tell me how this city and its environs work. Ha ha ha! You don't think small, do you? If you want to know what's outside the city, go talk to Country and Ilborn over there. He's the traveler of this place. As for the rest of it, well, I can tell you of the lady, the Dabbas, keys and portals, the way we keep track of time, the way the city's laid out. What was it you wanted to know? Tell me of the lady. Well now, not many know much about her, lad. And I'm figuring even those that know more than a little don't know too much more. She's a mystery, she is, and even shouldn't let you run across her. Powers forbid. She's silent and deadly. She's not evil, far as I can tell, but she keeps the dark about herself and sigil pretty tight. None's been able to penetrate it, and if they have, they've been mazed. Go on. Chances are you won't meet her unless you do something really bad. Hurting a lot of people, killing a Dabbas, challenging her rule, worshipping her. She hates that, we figure, or interfering with a Dabbas' work, which may as well be the lady's work. If you're lucky. Just the mercy killers will come out for you. If you're lucky, just the mercy killers will come out for you. And if she comes, you'll be dead as soon as her shadow falls on you. Now, the lady can do almost anything in Sigil, lad, near as we can figure. Make it bigger or smaller, make new portals, seal off old ones, make sure the blood war don't break out in the streets, keep folks from teleporting into the city, keeping the powers out. Who are the powers? It's another way of saying gods, lad, and there's a great horde of them across the plains. Eb takes a puff from his pipe. They can't come to Sigil, though. That lady has a way of keeping them out that she hasn't spilled the chant to yet. Be that as it may, it's kept Sigil from being seized by outside interests. I already know what being mazed is, so I won't delve into that. Tell me of the Dabbas. Aye, those funny floating bloods that speak in symbols? Ha ha ha. Quite a piece of work, eh? The Dabbas are kind of the lady's janitors and workmen, doing exactly what she wants, make sure Sigil's running up to snuff, patching walls, tearing down old buildings, building new ones, setting up portals, sealing off others, and on and on. They're a pretty neutral faring bunch, and you don't want to interfere with one or kill one, or you'll bring the lady's wrath down on you right quick. Gee, hey, I wonder why. Just leave the... Okay, I'm not going to focus on the door closing behind me. Tell me of Sigil's time. The way we measure time in Sigil's by the brightness of the sky. See, we haven't got a sun and moon like most worlds. We just got this everlasting haze that brightens and darkens at regular cycles. What most folks call midnight, we call anti-peak. What they call noon, we call peak. See, it's based on the peak and anti-peak of the brightness. So when someone says something about 5 hours past peak, that's what they mean. Tell me of the city's layout. Whew. Let me wet my tongue. He takes a pull from his tankard. The city floats above an infinitely tall spire. The spire. It lies on its side like a discarded wagon wheel, but there's no spokes that connect it to the spire. It's divided into 6 wards, each of them with its own function. Right now, you're in the Hive. I think the purpose of the Hive is to be squalid to the rest of the city's grandeur. Factions, philosophical clubs, or gangs if you prefer. Divide up the running of the city between them. Were you in a faction? Eb raises his hand as if to stop you and laughs. Oh, hold on now. Hold on, lad. I'm no has-been faction member. There they say, and they're right. That once you're one of the Harmonium, you're a Harmonium for life. We're the Bloods that try and make sure Sigil stays out of trouble. No rocking the spire, no folks getting too over-enthusiastic about hurting each other, keeping the city down to a low roar. We try and keep the peace, lads. Most times we do a decent job. Okay. Let's see if I can get any more information on this. The city's called the Crossroads of the Plains, and the City of Doors and the Cage. It's got portals to all of creation, they say, and all manner of beasties come through here to trade, call kip or hop from one place to another. Now that's just a quick version, lad. You'll have to experience the place for yourself. You mentioned something about portals. Sigil's called the City of Doors for a reason, lad. There's portals everywhere. Portals are, well, like doors that lead across the multiverse, except they don't look like doors. Instead, they can be any bounded space. Window, door, pothole, picture frame, barrel, hoop, the space inside scaffolding, a wardrobe. Each could be a portal, waiting for just the right key to open it and take you someplace in the multiverse. Now, keys. Aye, each portal has a key you need to open it. Now, while portals can be any bounded space, keys have more variety. They can be anything from a little tune you hum when next to the portal, to dancing a jig, to being in the right mood, to having a piece of the place you want to go in your hand, and on and on. In my youth, I once convinced a girl that kissing a man beside it could open a portal to Arcadia. Turns out I was right, and many trips to Arcadia did we have. Many portals probably have never been found. There's something you can uncover just by asking people and getting the right key. Finding out the dark hole of a portal is the toughest part. But I warn you, lad, portal hopping shouldn't be a pastime for a fella in your way, nor should you be wandering Sigil after dark, neither. You'd do best to stick to the main ways, in open peak, and watch yourself. Alright. What other places can you recommend? Well, Ebb pucks on his poke and studies you. This is perhaps the best kip you could have wandered into from the start. Judging by your tattoos, you might be partial to having designs on your body, in which case there's a tattoo salon a little spire ward from here. You want to stay away from the alley at dangerous angles if you can. Ignis torched that place not long ago, and ever since a bunch of bad bloods have set up their kip in that stretch of desert. You're in the Smoldering Corpse Bar, lad. Not a pretty place, as some, but it's got its own homespun kind of charm. Tell me about the patrons here. Well, you got O, who claims to be a letterstead of a person, some mercy killers waiting around for a criminal, Per Rabashi on furlough from the Blood War, a Gitzerai over there who's been watching you from afar, not too unusual, mind you, they're Piri cutters, and a lace down there, a clueless kid whose britches seem to be just a bit too tight, if you get my meaning. If you're wanting information on the plains, talk to Kandrian Ilborn over there. He knows more than most I know. What's good to drink here? Well, not some say I've got Bator, all discrimination. Not some say I've got Bator all discrimination when it comes to drink, but I've got drinks I'm partial to, and some vintages to which I'm not. Actually, one of my favorite little things to get here is some Arborian fire seeds. You swill them in your mouth and a little air and some spit and some alcohol, and you can breathe a little fire when you need to. Leastways, that's how it feels. Who's the smoldering corpse there? Oh, no corpse, lad. No dead or him. Near as we can tell, old Ignis is still alive inside that little roast spit. Near as we can figure, anyway. Ebb wrinkles his nose. He can smell damnably awful sometimes, too. Keeps me on the pipe to make sure it don't worm its way into my nose, it does. How did he get there? Ebb takes a smoke from his pipe for a moment, as if deciding how to phrase his commitment. Well, now, lad, Ignis had a shattering of problems and some not slight wizardly magics to boot, and seldom do the two mix well, if you understand me. He liked to burn things, and he started torching places and people, and generally making a bunch of trouble. And? Well, now, most of this was going on at the Hive, and I'll be the first to admit that the Hive is not the first place the Harmonium go to keep Sigil's laws. Ebb looks a little shamefaced, a failing on our part, since it may be the place where our presence is most needed. So, by the lady's reckoning, there was a little street-side justice in the wizardly community. A bunch of tea leaf readers, hedge wizards, and midwife witches got together and managed to weave a spell that was kind of poetic justice. Ebb gestures with his pipe at the figure, so now he sits there and burns. He's still alive, which I don't think they counted on. Interesting. So you're a mercy killer. Note to self, don't get in the way of them. Jeez, there's lots of this. Okay, so there's more of those fellas. Somewhat odd music for the place. I'll admit this was not what I expected when I came in here. I did not expect a lesson on the plains.
I'm gone.
Alright. Actually, you're a name that I've recognized from looking up. Okay, why can't I quick save? Odd. Now, who are you? The man before you is old. His dry yellow skin has the scars of one who is shoot, Fluxo. Activated. Give me a moment. Okay, sorry about that. The screen should actually look normal now. The man before you is old. His dry yellow skin has the scars of one who has traveled everywhere and never rested long in any one place. His pinched face is inhumanly angular, and his ears sweep out from his skull, tapering the points. He wears a loose-fitting orange tunic, and a strange shimmering blade is strapped across his back. The blade looks to be a two-pronged glaive, made of some metal whose surface swirls like a film of oil on a pond. Greetings. The man turns to you, his eyes like polished coal. He stares through you, and for a moment you wonder if he might be blind. The weapon suddenly turns a dead, flat black, mirroring the man's eyes. Are you alright?
Traveler.
So, you're giving me a voice for this guy. He says nothing for a moment, merely searches your face with his eyes. His voice is quiet and somber, like a wind whispering through the branches of a great tree. Hail.
Your eyes have the weight of one who has traveled far to be in this place.
The man meets your gaze, his eyes burrowing into yours. His weapon drains of its black color, resuming its shimmering as you noticed before you spoke to him. You could say that. The man's gaze does not waver from yours. I am known as the Khan. The emphasis he places on the word known strikes you as odd, yet familiar at the same time. You are not known to me. I do not know myself. That is for the best. In knowing yourself, there would be little on the plains left worth knowing. He falls silent for a moment, still studying you with his coal-black eyes. I would know why you have come to this city. I'm looking for answers. I have many questions. Speak for your questions. I will hear you. Your features are unfamiliar to me. Who are you? A Githzerai. A Githzerai? A Githzerai is one of the people. One of the people? A Githzerai. Yes, but what are the Githzerai exactly? Takon is silent for a moment, then speaks. Our history does not need to be made known to you. We would bleed to death on Time's blade before I recited a fraction of the histories of our people. I don't need to know your histories, but I would know of your people as they are now. Takon is silent for a moment. Know this and accept it as an answer. We are the people who made our home upon the shifting plane of Limbo. With a deft motion, Takon slips the blade from his back and holds it before him. There we mold the matter of Limbo with our minds. We forge cities with our thoughts. As you watch, a series of rippling waves of metal begin to roll forth from the center of the blade. The pitch and crest of the wave matches the inflection of Takon's voice. In its chaos we dwell, with only our knowing to preserve us. We are the Githzerai. What is that blade you have? It moved, shifted in response to your voice. It is a Karak's blade. It is an object that lets others know the rank of the wielder. What rank does it signify? The blade is a symbol carried by the Zerth. A Zerth is one who knows the words of Zerthamon. In knowing the words of Zerthamon, they know themselves. Zerthamon? Zerthamon founded our race. He knew the Githzerai before they knew themselves. He defined the people. He gave them one mind. Can you tell me about this city? It is known by the name Sigil. Among the people it is known as the city that does not know itself. It doesn't know itself? What do you mean? The city exists, but it does not know itself. In not knowing itself, its existence is flawed. You speak as if the city is alive. It may not be aware and know itself in the sense that you or I might know ourselves, but it lives. It grows, changes, and touches the minds of all that live here. Why do you say the city does not know itself? The city exists in opposition to itself. It has set at itself apart from the plains, yet it seeks to be everywhere at once. Its walls are doors, yet it keeps these doors locked. Such an existence tells of a thing that does not know itself. In not knowing itself, it is flawed. I wonder... how would I answer this? I mean, okay, think about how you would answer this. How would I answer this? I honestly don't know. This seems like the kind of question that would bend me toward lawful or chaotic, though. That's the question. Well, here's the thing. I shouldn't be worried about that. Because this is my adventure and I'm going to go end up where I will. I guess this is going to be a very extended alignment test at this point. Well, you know what? I think... I mean... I agree with both of these to some extent because... Because... Yeah, let's go with this. What if the city is not flawed and you just do not know the reasons for its contradictions? There is order in everything. Perhaps there is an underlying pattern that you cannot perceive. To your question, a question. What if the city is flawed and you see its contradictions all around you? To your question, a question. You claim this city's existence is flawed. You have accepted this rather than explore the possibility that something greater may exist. That suggests you are flawed, and that you do not search for knowledge, but only for a convenient answer. There is no knowing the answer to the questions we have asked, yet the city exists. That is all. Yet I would maintain that we know ourselves by the questions we ask, and the ones we do not. If we cease asking questions and accept only what we can perceive, then we will cease to know ourselves. Dakon's voice has changed slightly, become heavier. Such words have been spoken before. I have heard them and know them. Where have you heard them? The words are mine. Once I knew them and knew their meaning. I had forgotten them until you spoke. Dakon's gaze travels through you, and its blade stops shimmering, bleeding of all color until it is translucent. There is a moment of silence, then Dakon looks at you. I would travel your path with you. I accept. An extra blade would be welcome.
Your path is mine.
Strangely enough, his voice seems distant, and it echoes as if he were speaking from across a great distance. Very well, let's go. Alright, now what are you? A fighter mage. Oh. Okay, so that's what you look like. And Morty is still very beat up. I really need to fix that. So, I guess I can use you as a spellcaster then. Still got plenty of stuff if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a look at my inventory. Where did all my spells... Aha. Actually, here's another question. From my understanding, I can talk with people to alternate whether I am a fighter, thief, or mage. The question is... Oh, not what I meant to do. Given the way that my character is set up right now, I've got a decent amount of constitution, wisdom, and intelligence. The question is, do I want to focus... Since that's upping my strength might be a losing battle, do I want to focus more on intelligence and wisdom and become more of a mage? Huh. I mean, that's sort of how I've been playing. Still can't save. Odd. Well, let's talk with him real quick.
What is your will?
There are things I would know, Dakon. I will hear you. Can I talk to you about your teachings? Can you teach me anything of the art, Dakon? Know that I am not a teacher in this, but know that I may serve as a guide. I do not know how humans come to be versed in the art, but when you learn the art, return and ask again. I'll ask again when I'm a mage then. In the meantime, I'll see if I can find a mage teacher first then. Let's move on. Okay, so that's an elegant way of handling this. Now let's see if I can find anyone to rest. Let's see. I don't know if that really did anything for me, but probably should have read more closely. Now, next question. Why aren't I... Okay, who wants to attack me? They would not just change the music like that. You see someone dressed as a female dustman with a half-empty glass in her right hand. As you near her, she calls out to you. You! Over here! You notice that there's something wrong about her, and your exposure to the dustman leads you to believe that she's just too lively to be a real member of the faction. Let's take the risk. Hey, Cutter, buy a lady a drink? You're not really a dustman, are you? She looks around nervously and seems to sober up. Why do you say that? Because you don't act like a dusty and you're not offering contracts. In fact, you're taking money in instead of giving it out for that corpse labor they do at the mortuary. She stifles a squeak of terror and hastens to explain. No, I'm not a dustman. I just found these ropes in the street and I didn't have enough money to get good clothes, and I heard there was a dustman thief around. You could probably find him somewhere else in the southwest part of the hive. I saw him, but I hid from him. Please don't hurt me. I'm not planning on it. You ought to know that you're not pulling it off too well. No. I'm not gonna force an issue. Okay. And my voice is wanting to kill me now that I've done so much reading. That's just fine. Actually, no, that's a bar. I doubt that I could really find a place to rest there. So there's the tattoo parlor if I care enough. Actually, I never did resolve... I never did resolve that. Don't I have that key? Okay, where the heck did it end up? Did I drop it a while back? Nope, it's right here. Okay, so why is it being a pile of crap? Actually, more importantly, let's see to you. Let's see. Actually, real quick, let's look at your spells. So you know... Okay, so... This is stuff that you can cast, this is stuff that you know. So, this is... Oh man, this could be... Okay, +1 to hit, Okay, so that's a combat buff. This is... Okay, blindness spell, by the looks of it. Let's see. Okay, an extra attack armor class buff. This is a magic missile. Alright, let's have you learn stuff. I guess I'm gonna be keeping you around for a while, aren't I?
Alright.
Now, is it worth trying to go? Well, I really need to rest first. But I'm trying to think of the best place to go to rest. I mean, there might be a place somewhere in the Smoldering Corpse bar, but it seems more like a bar than anything else. Where? Actually, wait. There's somewhere up here. Actually, wait. I could just go to that small place near the mortuary. Actually, yeah. Let's go check there real quick. Be right back. Here we are. Now I should be able to rest in here. Nice. Do it once more. And just once more, just to make sure that Morty's fine. Okay, good. Now, let's be on our way. Now that Morty's not about to die. Let us investigate. Actually, come to think of it, I should have Morty in the front. Since that he can actually take hits. Okay, let's see if I can get any... Let's see if I can get that quest out of my journal. So this is gonna get annoying. Holy crap, there's a bunch of stuff I still have to do. Oh, dear. Haven't I seen you around? Wait a minute. Isn't that back in... You know what? I'll go check that after I'm done resolving this. So that'll be the two things I do before running off. Resolve both those. Got it. Now... I have the tenement key. So in theory, should be able.
Alright.
Now the next question is, do I want to try and fight them? Because I am relatively high experienced right now. Okay. Now what did that do to my journal? Okay, so it took care of things. I'm not gonna worry about that anymore. I really don't want to fight that group right now. Let's just head back out and... Where is out? There we are. Let's just head back out and go resolve that other thing. Okay, where the hell is it? Oh, pause. That explains it. Anna, what the hell are you doing? And you claim to be the stealthy one. Okay, now let's go resolve that other quest. Trash warrants, that's what I meant to say. There's plenty to explore. So much to do. Here we are. Now, who am I looking for? Let's see. Radine.
I'm gone.
There you are. You again, eh? Are you Radine? The man whose name you took wants it back now. Her voice grows shrill. Well, he can't have him. He offered him to me and I kept him. He never said nothing about no loan of him, and he never said he needed him back. He ain't getting him. You can go tell him so. He really needs a name. You can tell him he can have mine. The name Radine should be good enough for anyone. It wasn't good enough for you. Why should it suffice for him? It's a world of difference between growing up in a name and having someone else's, dearie. A new attitude behind an old name can change it all. See what I've done. I'll talk. Very well. I'll talk to him about it.
I'm gone.
Okay, now where is he? There's a village thug. Have you located the woman with my name and number? She will tell you she won the name from me, but she did not. She stole it. I require my name and number. She is in the village somewhere. I have. She doesn't want to give it up. He pales for a moment. She must. They are mine. She stole them from me. I require your assistance. You're getting it. So it's his word against hers. Who do I really want to believe? You know what? I'm just going to check this out. She looks blankly as you return, and then shakes herself out of her daze. As she does, the tattoo around her neck squirms. You again, eh, Cutter? I tell you that I won't give the name and number back. Tell you what, using this name and numbers increase me fortunes. I'll pay good money for it, and he can buy himself a nice new one. How's that? How much are you willing to give? How about a nice 20 coins? That should tide the weird deal over till he can get a new set, eh? Be a dear and go ask him if that's what he wants for it. Fine, I'll go check with him. Also, I need to stop tinkering with stuff on his desk. Why am I running errands for this? The despondent man looks up to you, a glimmer of hope in his eyes, yet he speaks as emotionlessly as ever. Has she given you my name and number? She has offered money, has she not? I cannot live. Money means nothing without a name. Get me my name. Has she given it? She has offered money for them. No money can buy a name. No amount can buy a number. Coin is scant consolation for identity. Surely you understand. I'll do what I can. I might just have to kill her at this rate. This'll be fun. Her face crumbles as she sees you again. He has refused again, hasn't he? And sure, you've come to take back what's rightfully mine. Rightfully yours? You have no right to that name and number. You stole it. I suppose you're right. I've been a bad person. Sure I have, and I can't keep this. Here. She peels the rippling tattoo from around her neck and She peels the rippling tattoo from around her neck and hands it to you. All your baser belong to us, by the way. She shivers as she does so. And you can tell him his name now. He was and will be Ku Yin. Now let me go. Here's some jink for your trouble. Buy something to keep you warm. My thanks, Cutter. She pockets the money, looking more drab by the moment as the magic of the tattoo leaves her. 'Twould be best for me to be leaving here then. And with the aid of the jink he gave me, mayhaps we'll meet again under happier circumstances for the both of us. Aye. Farewell, Radine.
Done.
We'll see if that was the right move, but I honestly don't know. Out of curiosity, what's your alignment? Lawful neutral. Okay. Interesting that it would give that background. Because you're chaotic neutral, right? Yeah. Odd. Why would you have the red background and she have the blue one? Because you're chaotic good. I'm still true neutral. Interesting. Not sure what to make of the alignments just yet. Yes, she has. May I have them? Yes. Your name is Ku Yin. Take your number. I thank you for my name and number. Yes, Ku Yin. Yes. But now I realize I no longer require a number here. I will find myself a new number if necessary. I give you my old number. It can help you. It is a mantle of law. It is protection. Do you accept it? Yes. Let it warm you. Trust in it. It will protect you. Farewell. He turns and begins to walk away from you. Farewell.
Updated my journal.
So, this is a tattoo of a number, an intricate weaving of ink and flesh. It squirms when held, as if it sought out a host. It is the number of Ku Yin, a personal identifier that radiates law. When applied, the tattoo works itself into the skin of its owner, protecting it against the depredations of strongly chaotic characters. It cannot be used by someone of chaotic alignment. Okay, so there's an in-game reason for wanting to do certain tasks. So the question is, who... Okay, so I can... So I can give people tattoo. I am very much...
part with that.
I am very curious now. I am very curious indeed, but I've been going for a while now, and doing all that talking about the planes has started to get to my voice, so I better save this for another day. It's been interesting, though. There is definitely a lot to this world, and I'm hoping on seeing everything there is to it. So, the hope is that it continues to be interesting. So, till next time, I'll see you all later.